Welcome to this edition of Desert Vision. I'm Staff Sergeant Jaime Hernandez.
And I'm Specialist Brittany Lobos.
Coming up on this edition, U.S. Army Central and Kuwaiti Soldiers build on a lasting partnership, and the USO celebrates their 75th anniversary with troops at Camp Arifjan.
25 years ago, American forces played a huge role in helping Kuwait regain their independence.
Army Staff Sergeant John Portella shows us how the Kuwaiti military celebrated this historical event in their own unique way.
For the 25th anniversary of the liberation of Kuwait, the Kuwaiti Army and National Guard did a live-fire demonstration including breaching, mobile firepower, and Smerch artillery capabilities. The demonstration was done in front of observers from the Gulf Cooperation Council, England, France, the United States, and multiple allies. To do this demonstration, they conducted live-fire breaching using U.S. AVBs and MIC-LIC charges, Kuwaiti engineers, and a Kuwaiti mechanized infantry breach force. They then proceeded to conduct tank live-fire operations while moving forward, demonstrating the Kuwaiti armor capability of fire on the move while advancing in formation against targets in depth. The entire exercise ended with a night fire, which was a depleting array of advancing forces moving towards a Kuwaiti mechanized infantry and armored force, which engaged the depleting array with both mechanized infantry fire, tank fire, and using the Smerch rockets to diminish the enemy's capabilities. All told, the operation was a powerful demonstration of Kuwaiti combined arms maneuver capabilities and showed the competence of the Kuwaiti Army as they are able to take on any threats in the region. Reporting from Camp Arifjan, Kuwait, I'm Staff Sergeant John Portella.
The night ended with a dinner banquet allowing the Kuwaiti military to show their appreciation for the U.S. and other allies.
You know, it's funny, you can always count on food to bring people together.
The way to a soldier's heart is through his stomach.
It sure is. And now back to business. Every year, U.S. Army Central conducts numerous training exercises that focus on mission command and readiness. Most recently, U.S. ARCENT took part in Lucky Warrior 16. This exercise tested their ability to respond when needed throughout the region.
For more than 20 years, Exercise Lucky Warrior has tested U.S. Army Central staff on their ability to rapidly establish a contingency command post and respond to a variety of short-notice operational situations.
Really what Lucky Warrior 16 does is it stresses the staff both at our main headquarters and here forward deployed across the spectrum of operations that we have to deal with simultaneously to be able to do mission command within the theater for multiple contingencies at the same time.
In addition to being prepared to respond to a variety of potential contingencies, the CCP gives the commander another tool to build and maintain partnerships with our allies across the AOR.
It is important for our nation, our organization, to understand that our soldiers are experts in their chosen career fields, and we are poised and ready to support any contingency operation, no matter when or where.
Exercises like Lucky Warrior 16 assist in building familiarity between different sections and units while helping everyone understand how they can come together to accomplish various tasks and missions. Reporting from Camp Arifjan, Kuwait, I'm Specialist Brittany Lobos.
The exercise involved approximately 1,000 participants from Shaw Air Force Base, Camp Arifjan, and Camp Arifjan, Kuwait.
We've got more stories coming up after the break.
I'm Craig Morgan, and you're watching Desert Vision.
It happens every year in DC and on military installations across the globe. It allows service members and civilians a chance to honor their faith and religion.
You know, I got the chance to go to my first national prayer breakfast. Here's the story. The National Prayer Breakfast has a long and storied tradition dating back to 1941 when the first one was held in Seattle, Washington. The unit ministry team on Camp Arifjan, Kuwait continues to treat it like it's always the first one.
Oh, it's a great honor to be able to participate in a national prayer breakfast, whether it be here on Camp Arifjan or back in the States or even in Germany or Korea. And anytime I can have the honor of helping set up and execute a national prayer breakfast, I'm grateful for that opportunity.
The venue was at full capacity and all ears were listening when the guest speaker shared his thoughts about the event.
Today is a great day to recognize the service of our military members, the example they set for all of us. It's also a great day in that service to recognize the power of prayer. As shown in Seattle in 1941, they came together in prayer, and through prayer you strengthen your commitment, your daily lives, you strengthen your faith.
General Hickman's remarks were well received and the prayer breakfast deemed a success.
National prayer breakfasts usually have really great turnouts, and today on Camp Arifjan there was no difference. We had a great turnout of soldiers and civilians, which is always great to have us here together as one family. And so we're appreciative of everyone who took the time to come out and celebrate the 2016 National Prayer Breakfast with us today.
Reporting from Camp Arifjan, Kuwait, I'm Staff Sergeant Jaime Hernandez. You know, it was pretty nice to be there and see all the people getting together for like one common thing.
It's really great that deployed soldiers get the opportunity to go to all these events with like the religion and MWR and the USO.
Speaking of the USO, a beauty queen, some bruisers, and a country crooner hit the ground running to celebrate the USO's 75th anniversary on Camp Arifjan, Kuwait. Army Sergeant Rick Bush takes us to the show.
The USO strengthens America's service members by keeping them connected to their family, home, and country throughout their service to the nation. This year, the USO celebrates its 75th anniversary with an entertainment tour including Miss America, UFC fighters, and a country music icon.
It's so exciting to be able to come all the way across the world to be able to say thank you to our troops. They do so much for us, and I feel like we can't really appreciate it until we see where y'all are and what you're doing, and it truly is amazing, and we are so thankful for your service.
Anthony Showtime Pettis has a fight scheduled in April, and he is currently in the middle of his training camp. But he couldn't turn down the opportunity to spend time with deployed servicemen and women.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, to know that these guys are out here giving up their time for us to live the life we live back home, it's huge. I mean, for me to come out and spend a day is nothing compared to what you guys are doing. So people think we're fighters, but I think you guys are the real fighters, fighting for our freedom to do what we love to do.
Country music superstar Craig Morgan spent 9.5 years on active duty with the United States Army. During the show, he played his hit singles, That's What I Love About Sunday, International Harvester, and performed a cover of Gavin DeGraw's Soldier. More importantly, he talked with what performing for service members means to him.
For me to come over and entertain the men and women that are serving that, it's very humbling. And it becomes emotional for me. Again, I think that's because I have served, and it was a big part of my life and still is. To be a part of the 75th is unbelievable. It's amazing. The USO is an organization that brings the entertainment to the front lines, and it has been for years, for 75 years. So it's important that we continue that. As long as there's people serving, we're going to be here.
A film crew traveled with the tour and plans to release a USO documentary that will air on PBS in the fall. Reporting from Camp Arifjan, Kuwait,
Happy anniversary, USO!
I'm Army Sergeant Rick Bush.
You know, this was the biggest USO event I've ever been to. It was really neat to see the stars and see how down to earth they were. And Sergeant Bush was so excited.
Yeah, he was.
It was great to see him grinning the whole time he was on stage recording the news package.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun too because I got to meet one of my favorite MMA fighters, Donald Cowboy Cerrone. It was nice.
Didn't he give you a glove?
Yeah, he even signed it.
It's really awesome.
Yeah. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Desert Vision. For these stories and more, check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/US Army Central.
And our YouTube channel at youtube.com/US Army Central.
I'm Staff Sergeant Jaime Hernandez.
And I'm Specialist Brittany Lobos.
Thanks for watching.